Good afternoon. This is Keith Stellman, meteorologist in charge of National Weather Service in Peachtree City. I'll be doing your briefing for the week of July 2nd, 2025. Here's a quick look at the risks and impacts for the next 7 days. Looks like hot and a little bit humid for the next couple days, Thursday through Saturday, taking us through the 4th of July. Heat index will be the main story, with values ranging anywhere from 95 to 101 and slightly above average temperatures. Beginning Sunday and through the middle part of next week, scattered afternoon and evening thunderstorms will return to the forecast. Temperatures will cool down a little bit with those afternoon and evening thunderstorms. And we'll be keeping an eye on the tropics off the southeast coastline for any possible development. We'll cover that in just a minute. Here's a quick look at the forecast for Thursday. Thunderstorm chances look confined to mainly south and southeast Georgia, along and south of a Columbus to Macon line. Remaining part of North Georgia, little or no precip chances on Thursday. High temperatures ranging anywhere from the upper 80s in the mountains to lower 90s elsewhere. Friday and the 4th of July looks to be our warmest day of the period. Temperatures on Friday will be running anywhere from 3 to 5 degrees above average, with, again, heat index values ranging anywhere from 95 to 100. There may be a few locations that get up into the low 100s on heat index Friday afternoon. For the hourly forecast on July 4th, you can see the plot below. This plot is for Atlanta, and you can pick out on that how the temperature peaks at about 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, along with those heat index values before falling. Skies should be relatively clear and good for the fireworks shows. If you would like to see other plots like this, you can click on that website below and just click on hourly forecast. This is a look at the chances of showers and thunderstorms on the 4th of July. You can see for the most part, rain chances are confined to far south and southeastern Georgia, with little or no rain chances across much of northern Georgia. When we look at the map on the right-hand side, you can see the reasons. There is an old frontal boundary, the one that went through us yesterday, that is sort of hung up on the coastline. We will be beginning to watch that front for the possibility of tropical development over the course of the weekend. But for the 4th of July, things look relatively quiet, although a little bit on the warm side. Stepping a day forward to the 5th, similar to the July 4th holiday, we look at above average temperatures, again with heat index values ranging anywhere from 95 to 100. Could be in the mid-90s most locations on Saturday afternoon. Afternoon temperatures, highs in the lower to maybe middle 90s in some places. Chance of precip again is confined to the far southeastern portion of the state. Keeping an eye on the tropics and that frontal boundary I mentioned on the previous slides. There is a stalled frontal boundary along the coast that could spin up a weak system. The National Hurricane Center has outlooked the southeastern coast with about a 40% chance of tropical development. When we look at the spaghetti plots on the right from various models, there are a lot of scatter to them, and that is a result of there being no defined center at the current time. That means that models are going to be all over the place, and that development and any possible track would likely be slow and difficult to pinpoint at this point. The majority of any guidance that we have does show something, but does keep it fairly weak. Some of the guidance does bring a weak low into Georgia next week, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. And again, we'll keep a watch on the tropics through the weekend. Taking a look at next week, there is the weather map for Monday on the left-hand side. It does look like a typical July weather week next week, with afternoon shower and thunderstorm chances returning Sunday and then increasing each day through the week next week. And you can see the table on the right. You can pick out your favorite city and notice the afternoon and evening thunderstorm trends are the highest, with the lowest chances on the overnight periods. Here's a look at the 7-day rainfall forecast. Rainfall amounts of up to an inch across much of north and central Georgia, possible over the next 7 days. That'll be primarily focused in any locations that do receive a thunderstorm. Otherwise, generally less than an inch is likely over the next 7 days. South and southeast Georgia will have the highest amounts over the next 7 days, where the precip chances are the highest. The caveat to any of these forecasts will be any potential for tropical development late in the weekend or early next week, and the potential path it may take. Lighter amounts across northern Georgia, again confined to the afternoon and evening thunderstorms. Here's a look at the few of the days next week afternoon highs. You can see, generally speaking, upper 80s to lower 90s Sunday and Monday, with maybe a gradual warming trend into Tuesday with lower to maybe middle 90s across the state. And here's a final look at the 6 to 10 day temperature and precip outlook for the period July 7th through the 11th, a little bit beyond the forecast period. However, I do want to point out that a wetter pattern could be setting up for the extended period, as well as a warmer pattern. Both the Climate Prediction Center precip outlooks and temperature outlooks are both in the likely to be above normal categories. And that concludes this week's weather briefing. If you're looking for more specific information on a forecast or have any questions, by all means, you can reach out to us at any one of the methods on the screen or visit our webpage for specifics on the forecast. We hope you all have a safe and happy 4th of July holiday.